Good afternoon, folks.
It is.
Today I want to talk to you on the subject of sex education in schools. Now, this is a very pressing topic in our country right now because there was a debate going between abstinence and comprehensive sex education. Well, today I want to inform you on comprehensive sex education and what it can mean for our youth. Did you know that over half of our students in high school have participated in sexual intercourse? What if I was to tell you that over 30% of 15-year-olds have have engaged in sexual intercourse? This is one of the pressing issues that we want to tackle, or that sex education aims to tackle, because a student who is engaging in these activities is ill prepared, and they're most likely, and they're coming up on a blotter with STDs, pregnancies, and abortions. So we have to tackle this issue in some fashion or form. Let us look at some of the ways in which we can tackle these issues. First we want to point out that sex education informs. Students learn about their own bodies and how to remain healthy. Students are taught and tested on recognizing and analyzing and rationalizing the pros and cons of their sexual behavior. They learn terminology of their sexual anatomy and the function of their sexual anatomy. Just like terms are taught about how to use language, terms are taught about about different parts of their anatomy and how it functions with their sexuality. The functions of their sexuality are also described in sexual education. Just like you have a manual for your car, basically sex education gives a manual for the human body and sex, as it pertains to sex. Also, sex education eliminates myths. Students learn the truth about AIDS, STDs, infections, and prostate cancers, and all kinds of things that have to do with the sexual anatomy. These things can help the children to learn how to diagnose and control their body mechanisms, such as menstruation, sexual urges and feelings. It helps them, it gives the children or the teens the knowledge of how to control and be better aware of how they're feeling and what they're feeling. Students also learn how to use contraceptives. Now, there was a study done. There was a study that found that teaching children to use contraceptives does not increase sexuality among the teens. This is actually more of an informative. Now, not teaching them did cause them to go into a situation where they got pregnant. So the use of contraceptives is also one of the pressing points of sexual education. Also, sex education empowers. Students are, they're empowered, they're enlightened, and it eliminates their urge to discover through trial and error. Students tell others and make better decisions on their own. They make smarter students who make better choices with better chance of abstinence and better chance of lowering teen pregnancy, stillbirth, and abortion. So the importance of sexual education for our youth. Sex education is said to be vital for our youth because it gives them a chance to make a proper decision, especially since so many are sexually active. And Sex education informs, it eliminates myths, and it empowers the students. An informed child is said to have an advantage. Sex education is not to teach teens to have sex, but to teach the children or the teens about sex and their sexuality. And it gives them the ability to make a better, educated decision on whether to have sex or how to protect themselves when they do have sex. Sex education aims at giving more children, or more students, to not allow themselves to be the next statistic. And that's my speech on sex education.